Hey, we're at the Chattooga River Trail, starting out here at Burrells Ford. When I was driving, I crossed over the river and then parked. And right on my left was this trailhead, which is right there. And there's the cars. And it's got the usual stories about bears are in the area, watch out for rising water. You can't camp any closer than 50 feet. You have to stay 50 feet away from the water sources, or 1,500 feet from the road, which we don't have to worry about because I'm hiking right down this trail right here. I'm going to probably try and go for a ways. I'd like to get to the East Fork, where the East Fork river comes out into the Chattooga. I think that's what it's called. And set up camp around in that area. I think it's about 1.5 miles, something like that. So when I get close, I will, if I see anything cool along the way, I'll get that. And it's a beautiful night. It's July 1st, 2016. And it's probably about 80 degrees right now. And I can hear the water running over there in the river. So it's 4th of July weekend. Just kind of escaping here to, clear the head and have a little adventure. And hopefully catch some fish. So I'll kind of document this for you and show you what we get. Going along the trail here, one side of the river is Georgia. The other side is South Carolina. This sign says Elliott Rock Wilderness, Sumter National Forest. And I'm presuming that on the other side of the river, which is right there, it's hard to see, is Chattooga National Forest. So right now I'm in South Carolina, so I'll be fishing on either side of the creek. So I did read online that my fishing license is good on either side along through here. So that's good news. So I'm going to keep going. And hopefully there'll be some cool stuff through here. It's really pretty. A lot of laurels. It's a really nice trail. There's a little creek right here. And saw quite a few fishermen when I was coming up. There was probably 5 or 6 cars parked, but really that's not that much considering it's 4th of July weekend, which is what I like. I don't get too excited about going to those campgrounds where there's as many people as there is in the middle of town, and they're all out camping and making noise, and you can't really even enjoy nature, in my opinion, when it's like that. So coming to a place like this, as you can see, 4th of July weekend, like I said, and you don't see anybody. That is cool. You can fish your own places. It's really pretty right here. I just got started. So let's go see what else we got. I got the feeling I'm going to have this to myself up through here. I don't see anybody yet. We'll see if there's any decent campsites up here. But it's looking pretty quiet right now. I haven't seen anybody along the trail. So let's hope for some good camping spots. Maybe I can find one real close to the water so I can set up and fish right where I'm at. Just kind of go up and downstream. I read that the ford, where the East Fork, where that comes out, I heard that is really cool for fishing too. So I want to fish both of those areas just to enhance my opportunities. This is a pretty good area for wearing the chacos. Nice and warm out. Lots of water. Okay. Here's a sign right here. It says 0.1 miles. SPN auger Falls. What do you think? Should we go check it out? You got time? All right, let's go. There's a little waterfall, but I don't really think that's the one we're looking for. Let's just go a little further. Look at that. Isn't that something up there? Yeah. Pretty place. Now, it hasn't rained in a while. It's been a few weeks since we've had any rain, so they're actually talking about we're in a drought right now. So that's the water we got. Not very much, but it is pretty. I bet in a big rain that thing roars. It's a pretty steep climb coming up here, but that's what we got. Real pretty spot right here where the river kind of gently curves past a whole bunch of really nice trout pools. Like, for example, look at this right here. I'm gonna keep going though to try and find a really good campsite. Check back shortly. Here's my campsite here. Pretty cool campsite. Got a ton of space. There's nobody around. There's a couple people over there by the river, and right over there is the East Fork where it comes out. So I got a nice little space here that is got plenty of trees. I mean, I can set up anywhere I want. So I think I'm going to go back in here somewhere and set up. Maybe these two trees right here look pretty good. Don't see any branches. Look pretty well, but it looks pretty good all in all. There's only one dead pine tree back behind me, so I can I'll avoid that one. But I like to kind of get tucked back in here for privacy. And so behind me, opposite of the direction I'm going right now, is the Chattooga River. And right down here is the East Fork coming down. And I believe this, if you sort of go up this way and follow the trail along this, it would take you up to the fish hatchery. Looks like a pretty small little estuary or creek coming through here. Not a whole lot of water, but I did read online that there's some really good fishing up through here too. So I might try and check that out, but I'll tell you, there are some awesome spots over there on the river. Lots of slow-moving holes where I figure the trout are going to be down deep where the water's colder, because it's probably kind of warm for them right now. So I'm going to guess they're down deep in the holes, hanging out down there. So I got those crayfish. I'm going to try tossing those down with put a weight on it and try and get those down there. Try that. We got some worms and some power bait, some rooster tails, and some other spinners that I'll try. It looks like a trail goes right back this way. I'll have to cruise down there too and check that out and see where that goes. But I'll tell you, it sure is pretty in here. It's beautiful. It's quiet. And this is a really nice spot right here. I'm excited. So I'm going to go ahead and set up camp and check in with you later. Alright, we're all set up here. Got full-blown porch mode going here. I'll turn the lights on later so you can see it a little bit better. But I've got that kind of way up high there, tied down. Kind of hard to see, isn't it? And then there's my hammock. You walk in here, plenty of headroom. You can see all the space in here. All set up. I went ahead and put the underquilt on. And there's my chair, ready to go. My backpack, food, and there's my other stuff right there. And I'll give you a better shot of it in the morning to see how this is set up. But This is nice and cool. The air should flow through. Hopefully it won't be too hot in here. I love my walking sticks. They make a perfect height for porch mode, which is what I planned on. And yeah, pretty cool. I'll show it to you in the morning too to give you a better view. I'm going to go over here now. There's a little fire ring there. And I can come out here. The river's right down that way. And I'm going to go ahead and make some dinner. Talk to you later. Party lights. Look around a little bit and take a look there. Pretty cool. And I'll show you tomorrow how I rigged this thing up. There she is. There's a Fancy Feast stove made out of a cat food can from Fancy Feast. Very good stove. Burns great. Super light. You can see it's doing its job right now. There's the pot. And we're waiting for the boil. Once we get the boil, we will let our spaghetti here, our Mountain House spaghetti, we're going to pour the water into that, let it soak for 20 minutes maybe. The only bad thing about all this is all the sodium in it. You can see it's got a lot of sodium, but I'll sweat it off tomorrow. But it's pretty good. The Mountain House is pretty good. I got this stuff called Wise on my last trip, and it just didn't have enough flavor for me. So if you ever get the Wise brand, dehydrated meals, bring like some spices with you or something. But this is pretty good here. And I got the same thing for tomorrow night, except it's beef stroganoff. And there's my stove right there, as you can see. That little guy I'm going to fire up in the morning to make coffee. And I'm going to try and have the coffee in my hammock. I don't usually do that, but I'm going to try it in the morning. And there's my spork. And so anyway, I'm going to chill out here and have some dinner. And I've also got a little treat tonight that I wasn't planning on getting, but some little box of Cabernet, and it should be good. And right behind me you can see there's my pack, and there is a hammock. I went down to the river, but it was really kind of like a steep incline going down, and so I went down and got water though. That's what I'm boiling right here. Get my boil, and they're a little bit tricky to get down there, but it's fun. I think after I eat I'm going to go explore a little bit with my headlamp and check out the area. So anyway, I'm going to have dinner and I'll check back soon. Hey everybody, slept like a baby last night. It's really hard to get up this morning, so I'm running a little late. But I've got my coffee going here. It's going to go right in there. Got my instant coffee and creamer in there ready to go. So I just wanted to show you my campsite here. Got my trekking poles there that I made. And I just got this tied off, going down to here on the corners. Here's kind of an interior view of everything. Right here, I can just walk right in here and stand up. I've got it up pretty high. It's really nice. It was real nice and cool last night. Probably got down to the 60s, I'm thinking. Something around there. I had my lights strung across here. You can see my little party lights. Then I just got the switch going into my hammock, so I can turn it on or off if I need to getting up in the night. And I'll show you how my ridge line is set up here. it's still a bit too dark right there. But right here, as I've got these hooks, I got my ridge line, the red ridge line going through that ring, and it goes under here all the way across out of the other ring and is hooked on the other tree. And I got my little tensioners, the green ones, right here you can see that I'm moving there, that green one there. That I just got tied to the end of my tarp on this ring, and it runs over here, and it's clipped right there. So there's my wasp. It's kind of hard to see right now, but I got my wasp. That's what's holding my ridge line up. And so if I go down here to the other side, this is my hammock suspension going down right there, and it's hooked up right here on this. These are a couple of Eno carabiners that I got to hold that up, but I'm going to try and get some Dutch clips here pretty soon. I'll add a little bit more, save a little bit of weight. It'd be pretty cool. And here's my Dutch carabiner there that you can see. That's holding up the other side of my ridge line. And I've got to do the same thing here. I've got that little clip right there with the green line, and that goes right down here to the end of my tarp, and I got that so it's pulled tight on both ends, and then my tarp is just sitting on the ridge line. So it's real solid on here. You can see going across. The sun's coming up over there in the east. Should be a pretty day. Here's my poncho. See, that makes a good little ground cover. So when you get out of your tarp, your hammock, you set your feet down there. You can also, I got my backpack there to keep it off the ground, off the dirt. Keep it clean. And it's good for changing clothes, stuff like that. And then the trusty camp stool. So I'm going to have some coffee and go and see what's going on at the river. All right. Just had one, guys. Tried to clean it off to let it go. Didn't show you, but swam away on me. So that means I have to catch another one to show you. Hang on, guys. I'll see what I can get. How's it going? I just cast it out right out there towards that sand. Caught a nice little trout. It was probably 10 inches or so. And I got him on the beach, and then I tried to clean him off and he swam away. So I'm going to head down, keep heading downstream, see what I can get. But it's a pretty good little spot. I was pretty excited to catch something. So I don't know if it was on that little bit of film that I got or not, but I'm going to head on down here and see what else I can get. Nice one here, guys. Probably 12, 14 inches. Something like that. I'm going to try and there we go. Right here. Look at that baby, guys. It just slipped off. Hard to film out here like this, but that was a nice little brown right there. And I'm going to cast that baby right back out. Here she is, guys. Nice little rainbow right here. I've caught like 3 of these, and I caught a nice brown. I hope I got some video of that. Let me try and clean this one up if I can, and I'll show it to you guys. Let's see here. I'm gonna set the camera down. Hang on a second. All right. Now I'm gonna hold this baby clean him up for a second. Okay, let me show you this baby. I just about got away on me again. Hold on a second. There she is, right there. Isn't she a beaut? Nice little, probably, I don't know, 10, 12 inches. Nice little rainbow. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let this guy go right here. Cool. Catching some trout in the Chattooga River. Here we go, babe. All right. You'll be okay, little friend. You'll be all right. You'll be okay. Let's get you going. Pick you out here. It's a little bit deeper. All right, let's just get, there you go. All right, he's still get some water through his gills here. Let's save this little guy. There we go. He's just sitting there breathing. Going backwards. Backwards. I can feel him starting to move. There he is, right there. There he goes. Pretty awesome little dude right there. All right. Cool. Let's do some more fishing.